Today, I want to talk about the potentially best event that could ever happen. The game, the double drop event is about to happen this weekend for three different content. That's going to be the module drop, EXP, and prowess material. And why I'm so excited about this. So, personally, I have myself 59 stamina stabilizer, and every day I've been refreshing with gem for my stamina as well. I did burn about 15 of this because I strongly believe that the event was not gonna come, and then they came and I came as well. But I stopped myself from using the stamina stabilizer, and now I'm gonna be unleashing all of that during the double drop event, and that's gonna be a glorious weekend. It's gonna be so much gaming very, very soon. And personally, I have not been able to farm Inferno yet. I believe I'll be able to farm Inferno Termaton soon if I can 6-star my character, make them a bit stronger, make them a bit faster, potentially allowing them to survive the Termaton hit. Because if I don't survive, I cannot land dots on the Termaton. But in the future, with the double drop event, I probably will be able to do that. So that's the plan. If I can farm Termaton Inferno, I will go in there and try to get myself the most important damage dealing set, which is going to be the Fury Edge, and maybe Ether Block for my Tank Bruiser character as well. But Fury Edge is going to be so important. And with the double drop event, hopefully I will be able to make my Doki Doki team. Because for the past 14, 15 days, I have not been farming this thing at all. Like, if the game made me do it, if the event make me do it, then I will play this content. But I've tried my best to stay away from this content as much as possible, because you have so much thing to farm. You need to skill up your character, you need to farm shell. Like, the quest for shell is never gonna end, right? I've been autoing Rengokutsu for the past couple days now. I'm maxing out 2, maybe 3 Codex of Magic if I can, because it is so important for like the ultimate speed team for Inferno run. Being able to use your skill 3 or skill 2 back to back, especially for Shadow Sania, is game changing. So I'm trying to max out maybe 3 Codex of Magic by doing this boss over and over and over again. And when my team is stronger, I'll go back to Nico Nana and clear Inferno as well. I have cleared Inferno yesterday, but I did not want to continue because I had to manual play the content. Ugh. And then I also have to get the set that correspond with the swift rate that can potentially drop from this dungeon. And we're not even going to talk about how bad the drop rate in Inferno is. I've seen screenshot of like yellow after yellow. It's all yellow in this content, pretty much. So I'm staying away from that from now. I still want to try to max out maybe 1 count, 1 Codex of Magic, 1 Lighthouse is going to be crazy for defense team, and I don't want to touch this one just yet. Maybe not just yet, but at least I want to max out so many Shell. And Shell is the only content that is not going to be double drop this weekend. So for the past many weeks, I've just been focusing a whole lot on Shell. So when the double drop happen, I'll be going back in here, because that is probably the only time where you don't feel like an idiot farming this content. You get a lot of EXP book. You get a whole lot of shadow print. And in this content, you can also get gem and summon, which is crazy. Like, they don't even put it on the possible drop. So you get gem and summon, and all of that will be double as well, which is amazing. This is probably the only time in the game where if you are like a casual player and you really love summoning, this is where you're gonna farm your summon, okay? Because it's gonna get double, even though the drop rate is like minuscule, okay? Just like me, the drop will be double, and you get 2 summon if you're lucky from 1 run, which is mind-blowing, okay? Amazing deal. So I think I'm gonna spend a whole fucking lot of stamina into this content. So the goal is very simple. I have 2 6-star characters that don't have any level in them. I want them to be 50. And then my next 6-star is probably going to be something that will help me in Termaton. It could very well be Shadow Santa for the speed. It could very well be Fangus for the stats so that he doesn't get one shot immediately. I also want a 5-star other character, so potentially that's going to be Marvel, Doki Doki, so that I can get more speed. I might want to rebuild my Gray, just because sometimes you cannot use Rosa for your crit rate buff need because of the content element. Then I need Gray for the crit rate buff need. I also want a 5-star Obo, maxed out his level as well, because it's going to be great for Nico Nana Inferno. And sometimes you cannot run Fangus because of the elemental weakness. So those are the plan right now. other 5-star character should be max level if possible as well. I want a 5-star Kazuyo. My plan is trying to use Kazuyo and Celine's in the Doki Doki content so that I can do great damage and blocking the damage reduction as much as possible. During the time frame of double EXP, I want to max out all of my character that can max out. I want a 5-star 1 or 2 more character, and I want a 6-star 2 more characters that can help me in future content. But which one I'm gonna 6-star, I'm not too sure just yet. I want to see if I can do Inferno without 6-starring certain character like Fanga, Shadow Sanya, because I don't want to 6-star them. Okay, they get a bit faster, they get a bit tankier, but if they can do it without that, then it's fine. Because I want a 6-star unit that can be helpful in PvP, for example, like Borgny, like Hellkid, so that I can be more useful to my guild in United Front, or I can start playing PvP, because that's the whole fucking part of the game, is to play PvP. So I want a 6-star PvP character to have a bit of fun in RTA and Arena as well. And if I'm done with EXP early, we can go back to a bit of GP outpost, so we can max out certain skill of character, because I've been stocking up on some purple Latus as well. So if I go to like a 4-star character here, I can probably max out a couple more skill on a couple 4-star characters so that they can be more useful in PvP and PvE as well. But to do that, we need to start farming a bit more GP outposts. So that's the plan. The first 2 things that I'm going to focus on is going to be Animus EXP and GP outposts. And then hopefully by the second day, hopefully I can actually go back to the module drop and start going ham in Inferno Terramaton, and that's the goal. Because I'm not too sure if I can do Inferno Doki Doki yet. It can be quite challenging, not gonna lie, quite hard to deal with. And I just got so many new units, I cannot sort out my brain just yet to know which one I'm gonna build, which one's the best route in this game, because the resources is so thin that if you build one character, you're fucked. You cannot build like 5 more. So there's not a lot of freedom in team building in the early game. So I need to really sort it out which one I want to build before I go ham in Doki Doki Inferno. But for Terramaton Inferno, I do have the team in my brain for now that is potentially going to help me with the Terramaton Inferno. So we have a whole lot of Dot here. We have Dot in Fanga, Shadow Sanya, Holden, Valerian to keep me alive. Ashu is going to be a manual play kind of guy, because I only care about Ashu's skill 2, which can land 3-turn Dot in this content. So that is like a way for me to not use Lily, because I don't have Lily, right? So without Lily, this guy is going to be the secondary Dot unit or 3rd Dot unit, because Lily team up with Shadow Sana, you get 4 more Dot for free, like back to back. Very good. But this guy can land 3-turn Dot. I plan to put Codex of Magic on him so he can land 6 turn of Dot, and that hopefully will allow me to kill the boss before the boss kill me. But then there's a problem. My Holden is a bit too slow for this thing. So Holden is right now as plus 141. It is not fast enough to cut the boss in between with Gigabyte to push back the bar of the boss. I think I need like about 10 or 20 more speed, and that can only be achieved by farming Doki Doki. Like there's no way around it, because my Gigabyte is at 20 speed in the passive, which means there's no way I'm gonna get faster than this unless I farm like a 3 set bonus Gigabyte and then max that out. Then I get 40 speed in the basic attribute. Then that's a different story. But now I think if I wanna make Holden a bit faster, I gotta spend at least a couple pot in Doki Doki Hell 3 or Hell 4 when I finish building the other green character, and then hopefully when my Holden get a bit faster, then we can start talking about Doki Doki. Unless I put an effect accuracy piece from this content that is better than 6 speed. Doesn't sound like a lot, but doesn't happen very often. Also, there's another trick for tomorrow. So as you can see right here, I am buying stamina with gem, and tomorrow I might not even play the video game a whole lot. So I will use my natural stamina to do a bit more shell, but before the day ends, which is about 4 p.m. my time, so I can probably do this, around 4 p.m. my time, right before the day is about to end, I'm gonna buy 10 stack of stamina, and then when the next day happen, when a double drop hit the game, I have 10 stack worth of stamina to play the game immediately. That's going to allow me to get another 10 mental stabilizer in a way to immediately drop in EXP. And I know doing that, I will stop my stamina from naturally regenerating, but with the Animus EXP being very, very easy, you can do this in such a short amount of time. I'm going to use up 10 stack of stamina, in the blink of an eye, very, very quickly. And you are not forced to only play this content, right? So a lot of time when I play the game, I'm gonna auto something and then manual play the other thing. I know, very unemployed behavior, but I'm gonna be playing the stamina, and then I might be going to manual module, because if I can get a better Swift piece for my Holden, then my Holden can outspeed Termaton Inferno, then that's gonna be very, very important. So maybe I'm gonna be doing EXP and manualing some Doki Doki if I can get my hands on Doki Doki. But if I can't, then we're gonna be manualing some GP outposts. So that's the plan for the weekend. I'm so fucking excited for the double drop, guys. It's so much fun when you see your drop just go sky high. And double summon, holy. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.